the Kensui 360-degree grips. Hi, I'm Jonathan Pritchard with Theology, Geek, Fitness. I'm going to review these. These are the wooden ones. The wooden ones have a cam buckle, so they're adjustable. And then I also have the hard plastic ones. And these you just kind of, similar to like the Angles 90 grips, where you just kind of loop it around and pull it through itself and attach it to things. I like them both. They're both fantastic. In a prior review, I did a review of the Swissies, and while the Swissies can give you the Swissies and the Swissie 45s can give you various pull-up grips, and they can also be used for resistance band handles. You can use them when you're doing deadlifts or rows or things like that, attaching them to a bar. These, you can do some of those things. I haven't used them with resistance bands, but I found other uses that I have for them, so I like them. One of the things that I like to do with these, or these either way, is when I'm inside, I've got those ceiling mounts, and so I like to just throw these on there and just start doing some pull-ups quick and easy. You know, if I don't want to get out my bars, grips, rings bar, or doorway pull-up bar, or go outside or whatever, it's raining. It's just a quick way to do pull-ups. So that's great. And of course they give you, you can always attach them to pull-up bars as well if you just want something different and, you know, more joint and wrist friendly, you know, kind of move with your natural body movement. Whereas even if you're using the Swissies for different hand grips, you know, they're static holds. These, you know, they can rotate, you know, hence the name. They used to be called swivel. Now they're called 360 grips. I like the name swivel better because it's kind of neat, but whatever. It's not my company, but that's what they were called when I bought them. They're now called 360 degrees. Link in the description. So I like to use them for pull-ups. Now, the difference is these are fixed, so however thick it is that you wrap it around, once you know, tie it off to itself, they're going to hang as low as they hang. Whereas when you have the wooden ones, with the cam buckle, you can adjust. You know, you can make adjustments for how much you want the length of the strap. So that's a factor to consider if you're thinking about these and what's the difference. The downside of that, of course, is like with gym rings, there's no numbers on these, so you know you're going to have to fiddle with it a little bit to get them even. You know, that's one thing. And of course, one thing I like to do with these is I'll grip them around my cap grip plates, you know, for certain things, or I've even used them for my hydro balls to use for shrugs, and like I have the 25s and the 12s, and so when I want to combine them, you know, you can just loop this through, and sometimes it's a tight fit to loop this around a bunch of different handles and then in through itself, whereas these it's easier because you can just, you know, undo it like that and then get it around and then, you know, get it to whatever length you want, you know, and then of course you got to match them. Another thing that I liked about them is I have this, I don't have a barbell. I had the that Axel workout bar, but after doing only a couple of, you know, 2 or 3 different exercises, I was like using it for deadlift and T-bar row, and I was like, this is kind of stupid. I don't really need this. So, I mean, I didn't really use it for a whole lot, and I was like, I don't really have to have this, so why do I have it? So I got rid of that. But I do have my Storm 60, and so sometimes I like to do shrugs with that. And I had noticed in one of the promo videos for the 360-degree grips, or maybe it was the Swissies or whatever, my Swissies didn't fit for it, but these do. And so instead of having it rub on your crotch while you're trying to do shrugs, you can use these 360 grips and give you a nice gap there, so where you're not shrugging and pulling that across your waist or whatever. So that was a good thing. I like to use it for that. And of course, I don't currently have anything in my office to do kettlebell swings. Like my hydro balls are at the house, but I can use the 360-degree grips and some weight plates, and I can pull off some swings. And of course, when you're using the wooden ones with the cam buckle, again, you can decide how much slack you want between the nylon and the grip from the weight plate, so you can adjust it to however you like. So that's nice. Whereas if you used these for that kind of thing, again, it's just going to be the same length, and that's also handy. So you don't have to make all those little fine-tune adjustments like you would with these on the cam buckle. But they're both great, I think. I highly recommend both. I got them because I just think Kensui puts out great products, and so I got them originally just, it's like, well, I'll see what they're about. And I had these before I got the Swissies. And it turned out, yeah, I've been able to find all kinds of uses for them and still find uses for my Swissies. So I've enjoyed having both of them. So take that for what you will. Are they for you? Depends on what kind of training you're doing. Depends on what kind of things that you're looking for to help augment your experience. I like having both of these. I think if you don't mind the fiddling with it like you would gym rings or whatever to make sure that both sides are even, I think these slightly edge out the other ones. But you know, it's all going to depend on personal preference on that score, whether you like the wood grips versus this. I think this is a little bit more comfortable, and it does have a little bit of knurling there. So these are, for me, the difference is negligible, but I mean, these feel a little bit smoother than the wooden ones. I mean, they're smooth, but you know, it just, I don't know, it's just weird. But I also like the cam buckle and the straps, which I guess if you wanted to, you could probably get this out of there, but they don't sell the straps separately, and I don't feel like going to Home Depot and finding some for that. So, you know, I'll just leave them as they are. I like them both. Highly recommend both. If you see some of in the B-roll, well, I could actually find some uses for that too. Get them. They're fantastic. They're not really that expensive either, which is one thing that I like about Kensui. They come out with these useful little tools, and they don't cost a whole lot of money. So there you go. That's my review of the 360-degree grips. Can't go wrong with either one of them. Maybe pick up both if you're in the mood, or if you just want one. I guess maybe that depends on if you want the fuss of the cam buckles, or if you just want the easy tie it off kind of way to go. So there you go. If you appreciate the video and liked it, click the like button. If you didn't, click the dislike button. I don't care either way. If you want to support what we're doing at Theology Geek Fitness, you can do that by becoming a patron at patreon.com/TheologyGeekFitness and get all sorts of extra bonus content there, and get in on the free gear giveaways. And all that money gets reinvested into the channel so that I can acquire new products and review them. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Most people who watch these videos aren't subscribers, so please subscribe. And again, like it or dislike it, one way or the other, because most people who watch these videos are not only not subscribers, but they're also not clicking either the like or dislike button. So consider doing those things. Help out the channel, help out the algorithm. Leave a comment for whatever reason. Say anything you like. I don't really care. And with that, I will leave you to it. So thanks for watching the video. We'll see you in the next one. God bless.